Hi, it's Martin, and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Ho, ho, ho! It is Vlogmas! Woo! Roll the credits! This is as festive as you're going to get me this episode. Ho, ho, ho. I don't know where my Christmas jumper is, or my Christmas t-shirt, or my Christmas hat. There's a massive bag in the hallway. If you watched the D-Stash video that was up on Saturday, you may have seen the giant bag. There's loads of things in the giant bag, and we've yet to fully unpack the giant bag. So I managed to find the glasses. So that's the thumbnail. So you'll have to take me as you find me for this introduction to Vlogmas. I can't believe it's Vlogmas already. It only felt like August, and I was chatting to Irina about we had a great summer in Florida. We were just going into Mission It Along, and now it's Vlogmas. I'm feeling very underprepared for Christmas. We have just put up the tiniest bit of decorations. So Morag, the Highland Coo, has a Santa hat on. And that's about it. We've got a few little candles and bits that we've put out. Yeah. So the Christmas tree doesn't arrive until next weekend because it's niece one's birthday on Friday. So we always get the tree around her birthday because the tree place is near her house. So we call into the tree place on the way home from seeing her. So we haven't got all the decks up yet. We'll do a little bit through the week as we're going. But I just thought I would pop on today, do the first episode of Vlogmas. It's December the 1st as you're watching this. It is currently the 30th of November as I'm filming this. Spoiler. I filmed this on Sunday. And the actual episode you're watching now on the 1st of December. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. This is my version of Vlogmas. I think Vlogmas and Vlogtober, they started on YouTube as a way for content creators, podcasters, YouTubers, whatever you want to call the collection of people, to do more content. And lots of creators post every day. I don't post every day in Vlogtober or in Vlogmas because A, I'm not sure I'm interested enough to do something every day. And B, it takes a lot of time to edit and film and all the rest of it. And I've got a full-time job as well. So I try to, especially in Vlogmas, I will film every day. We will have day 1, day 2, day 3, and I'll open various advent calendars and things. So I will film every day. And then usually when I've got 15, 20 minutes of footage, I will upload a video. So there tends to be 3 or 4 videos a week. If there is something specific going on and it might need its own video, there might be an extra video. We'll just find out and suck it and see and have a very, very joyful Merry Christmas. That's the plan. So it is currently Sunday night. Mark is sitting on the sofa. He's still poorly. If you watched yesterday's video, you watched Saturday's video, he's got a really bad cough. You've been very good today.
I'm better today.
You are better today. He's getting hungry, which is always a good sign because he's not eating. When I'm poorly, I want to eat everything. When he's poorly, he doesn't want to eat at all. So he is starting to get peckish, which is a very good sign that he's on the mend. But I'm going to show you the advent calendars that we've got collectively because Mark has his own yarn calendar this year. Although we'll touch on it in a moment, he's been a spoil sport with how it's going to work.
I haven't.
Yes, you have. We'll talk about it in a moment. We'll talk about it in a moment, dear. That's that line from Wicked.
Only child, it's my advent.
You are an only child and it is your advent. Absolutely. But I think there's a funner way.
I don't do random, you know that.
No, I know you don't do random, but random would be brilliant. Anyway, right. Non-advent calendars. I forgot we bought this. Do you remember we bought this?
Yeah, I did remember.
We bought this while we were in Florida. So copyright and all the rest of it. I might not be able to read things out, but we bought this advent calendar, Mickey and Friends Christmas Tree Adventure. So we bought this while we were in Florida. We went on holiday this year with the family. It was brilliant. And within here, there are individual days and there's a story. So in the 1st of December, I will rip this and open it. And there's a little pop-up and a little story that sits in there. So that's going to be really cute and really traditional. This box contains 25 individual pouches that, when opened in order, tells Mickey and Minnie's amazing Christmas tree adventure. Open them sequentially, start with number 1, go at your own pace. Just make sure you open in numerical order like the pages of your favourite book. So I'm really looking forward to opening that one. And then, again, for those of you that have been here for a while, our favourite advent, apart from all the yarn ones, is the coffee advent. Favourite / most important. So we will have the Nespresso. They don't sponsor the channel. If you want to sponsor the channel, feel free. The amount of coffee we drink is ridiculous. But we've got an Nespresso advent. So often you'll see the Vlogmas videos starting with me opening and taking that morning's capsule out to make coffee of the day. So that's the non-advent calendars. The non-yarny advent calendars. The yarny ones then, the main one that you'll see throughout December, because it's a make-along that takes place throughout December, is the Toft advent calendar. Covered up my address. I don't want you all to know where I live. Cardiff. So, this is big. This is the Toft advent calendar. And it rattles. It doesn't say don't shake, so I think I'm okay shaking it. But this is the large advent, this is a large advent calendar. You see I'm getting giddy for Christmas already. So again, for those of you that have followed along for a number of years, Toft is a yarn and crochet knitting. They're a yarn brand from the UK. I am a massive fan. They're Martin Bears. I have my own. Martin Bear joined the menagerie last year. Every year, Toft have the mystery crochet along. So within the advent calendar, there will be individual packages. I think I've not opened this yet. Usually there are individual packages. Around 6 a.m. in the morning, you get that day's bit of the pattern. So in previous years, here's one I made earlier. Oh, now here's a...
That's Stell.
No, that's Estelle. Asta the... Joaquin?
If you say so.
Oh my word, what's his name? I'll pop it on screen. I've forgotten. Can you go on the Toft website and Google bird? Advent bird. What's his name? Anyway, Jasper. Jasper the Resplendent Quetzal.
That sounds about right.
It does. Do you want to Google it and just double check if it's different? Jasper the Resplendent Quetzal. This was from a few years ago. So for example, you'll get a bit of the pattern that says start the body. So we're going to start the body and you'll crochet from here to here. And that's it. So you don't really know what you're making. You just get a little bit and then you'll get another start then that you'll start from here and you'll make like that bit. So it's really bite-sized bits of crochet every day. So if you're new here, you're going to come and explore the Toft crochet along with me as we build this year's creation. All we know this year is it's a non-standard form. And what we mean by that is... Talk amongst yourselves. Hi, I'm back. So this is the standard Toft form. This is actually the prototype Martin Bear. The finished bear doesn't have quite the same face, but go with me. So this is the standard form for the Toft animal, where you have the body with this kind of pear-shaped tummy, the head that grows out from the back, and then these really cute little legs with these like little bulbous feet and arms. So that's the standard animal shape. Then you have the standard bird shape, which is the same with kind of the thigh down into a really knobbly knee into the little feet. Again, similar shaped body, but it's body and head combined. So that's the standard bird shape. And then a few years ago, we made Witches and Wizards. So this is Llewellyn, because it's Welsh. I named him, I don't know what his name was. I think it was just the White Wizard or the White Witch. You could have made a boy or a girl. So I made, look at that hair. I'm just obsessed still by his hair. This is the standard doll form. So all we know this year is it's not a standard form. So it's not one of these. Last year was minis, so it was a doll. The last 2 years have been mini dolls. And I think we've kind of had a format that the last 2 years we've had mini dolls. The time before that, I think we had 2 birds. Then the time before that, we had the doll. Then we had animals. So all we know for this year's Advent is it's not a standard form, which is really confusing because if it's not, I feel like playing boy, girl, fruit, flower. If it's not animal, bird or doll, I don't know what it would be. Any ideas? It's really confusing. Food. Ooh, food, Mark said. Could be food. Because like non-standard form, if you tell I'm a Toft fan, there's Toft things everywhere. Non-standard form, this is Kerry the Chameleon. So this is a non-standard form because there's not many like this in the menagerie. And it's a completely different shape and a completely different creation. So this is Kerry after the owner, brains, entrepreneur, all-round design wizard of Toft. So that's a non-standard form, but I can't... A festive chameleon? It won't be a festive chameleon. It won't be something that we've had in the menagerie before. I hadn't thought about food. Could be food. It won't be food.
Well, she did the food truck, didn't she? So will she do something?
We did have the food truck, but we've had food. Would it be food? I have no idea. So basically, the main bit of my videos for my Vlogmas, we will follow along with the Toft Advent. So if you start now with me, then all the way up to Christmas Eve, we will make something. And then on Christmas Eve, we will do the big reveal. My Vlogmas is going to go on this year, though. So instead of finishing on Christmas Day, I'm going to go up until New Year's Day. Because, and I'm not opening it, I don't want to open it yet because I want to keep the surprise a little tiny bit longer. This Advent, this is by Kitey of the Yarn Whisperer. And I mentioned this on Saturday's video. Kitey's Advent is Steampunk Oz. So again, if you're new here and you're just discovering me, my name is Martin. I'm a wicked addict. And I have seen the musical 48 times. I love it. And so seeing a Steampunk Oz is brilliant. Like, imagine Dorothy in a leather flight jacket with goggles. So I'm really excited to see what Kitey's Advent is going to be. And what he said is, inside the bag is a thing. And I think there's a piece of card. There's a something here. And I think that it doesn't give anything away, I don't think. But he said, don't open it because you'll have a surprise. So I'm going to wait until tomorrow morning when I open it. But this isn't an Advent. From Kitey, this is a December box. So there's enough yarn and packages in here that take us all the way to the 31st of December, which is going to be brill. So this isn't going to finish on Christmas Day like a normal Advent. This is a December box. And it's going to go all the way through to December. So we'll keep going somehow with Vlogmas because they tend to finish on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But we're going to go through to December, to the end, so that we can see what's in Kitey's. And I'm going to wait until I see the yarn. But my current plan is that there's quite a lot of yarn in there. I think there's about 700 grams of yarn. I think that's right. 700, 750. I think I'm going to make Texture Time by Stephen West. That's going to be my Kitey pattern. So this year, in January, I started Exploration Station with one of my Advents from last year. And I'd love to have all of the Mission Knit Along shawls at some point. And I made Exploration Station. So I feel like I'm going to use this one to make Texture Time. Because it's got that massive brioche central panel. But then it's got these really big wings. And I feel like minis would be really great as the wing colours. That's going to be my plan. But until I start opening them, I won't necessarily be able to see what it's going to be or what the order is. So we'll see. But we're excited to open Kitey's December box. And then Mark has Gemma's. He has opened it because I told him to. Mark has got Gemma's ink and alchemy box. So Gemma's theme this year, so Gemma from the Little Grey Girl, Gemma's theme this year is ink and alchemy. So if you had the full standard minis, the Advent, the 20 grams, I think it's 12 grams of alchemy, which is the colour, and then you've got 12 grams of ink, which is the monochrome, so it's all going to be greys. So if you have the full Advent, you'll get 12 days of each. Mark has gone for 50 grams, double knit, in ink only. So Mark's packages, and this is a spoiler, but there's no spoiler. This is the packages. So in Mark's box, he's got 12 days of grey, which is very Mark. There's also a thing, but I won't show that off in case someone's watching this, because it is still the 1st December, so I'll show this off in the next video. So there's a special bag this year as well. But it's very Mark, so it's very grey, and he loves greys and he loves browns. And Mark has asked for a Penguono jacket by Stephen West. We might be tailoring it to make it long sleeve, because it's kind of like 3/4 length sleeves, I think. Did we say we might do sleeves?
Might do, yeah.
Might do. And we've got a few extra schemes because the Advent is just enough, we think, to make the Penguono. But we ordered extra yarn. So Gemma has very kindly dyed extra yarn for us in greys that match the monochrome. So we don't know what's in here. We've been told to open this at the end of the month when we've opened the actual Advent. But this is the thing. So me, happy-go-lucky, it'll be fine. Let's wing it. I want to start on day one and just start the Penguono. Now, I've made a Penguino for my nephew, and I know this is the same construction. So you start at the back, and you make the back panel. Then you do the welts. Then you come round for the front. Then you do the sleeves. Then you come up and around and do the border. I like the idea of winging it. Open day one, cast it on. Day two, and then the order will be as set by the Advent.
No.
No. Mark wishes to style it. Are you gonna? Is that what you're gonna do? So you
My only
talk louder for the camera.
My only stipulation is because you start on the back.
Yeah.
I would like you to start the back with the darkest shade.
Oh, okay.
And then do whatever.
'Cause I think
I'd like the back of it to start dark.
Because I think you're gonna need more than one mini for the back. So you're thinking then you'll do darkest into the next darkest. So you might fade the back up and then right. I do follow that logic. It's a perfectly sound logic. And I think you'll either come at it one or two ways, right? You're either going to be, hey, it'll be random in whatever order. Because I don't know the order of how they are. They might actually already be in a fade. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to do it. So knitting and crochet wise for this month, it's going to be quite a good month, I think, because the main one is going to be my Toft crochet Advent, which I'm going to do day by day. But I'm not going to start my texture time until end of December. I feel like I want to get most of the colours out so I can see the colours, and then I can decide what I'm going to do for which order for the texture time. So I can't really do that till that's finished. And I can't really do Mark's until his is finished. So that could be my Christmas Eve cast. Oh, that could be my Christmas Eve cast on. And then we know, viewers of the channel for a while know there is a jumper that Mark has. My mum has started asking about the jumper now. That's how, I don't know whether he's been feeding her lines.
It's not a jumper.
It's not a jumper, it's a tank top. I know, it's just got a vest. But I've got to do Mark's jumper at some point, which is the new year. But that in lieu of that, because this is double knit yarn as well, I think it's like a 5 or a 5.5 mil needle. I could start, that could be my Christmas Eve cast on. There is a very outside chance you could have that by New Year.
Well, it'll be quicker than the sweater vest.
It will be quicker than the sweater vest. So that's going to be one that we start a little bit later in the month. I have already been crocheting. Last year I bought a mystery cracker that Toft did, and I didn't have time to make it. You bought the mystery cracker, it was received, and then the pattern was released on Christmas Eve, and I didn't have time to make it. So I made that last night. So we've got a little red cracker with some embroidery, which is really cute. This one here annoys me that it's not quite. Some of you will have looked at it and went, that's not straight. I know. And it's annoying me, and I might rip it out and redo the yellow bit, but I might not. I probably won't. So we've got this one, which is the mystery one. And then in Edgetravaganza, which is a giveaway that Toft do, when you place an order, I think it's in 2 weekends' time, or 3 weekends' time, you place an order and some packages win extra goodies, and I won a snowflake cracker. So you've got these lovely little beads. So I made that this morning. That was quite a cute little bit of crochet. So they're both ready for when the tree arrives. Oh, please could you pass me the bag?
Bag?
The sock bag, and then just the one completed cuff. That'll be fine. Save me leaving the camera again. What were you pointing at? You pointed there? Oh, yeah. And then, so the other bit of knitting that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing some Advent socks. So, if you were here last year, I had a sock Advent. I'm not going to go through all the details again. If you really want to know what happened, you can go back and watch last year's Vlogmas. But I really wasn't happy with the sock. I thought I was getting a striped sock Advent, a stripe a day, and it really wasn't turning like that. I know lots of people loved it. It wasn't for me. I was about 7 or 8 days in, and I decided it wasn't bringing me joy, and I didn't want to dedicate any crafting time to it, so I sold it, as seen, on the needles, and someone bought it, and I think they finished it. But I was really sad because I didn't get my Advent socks. So the plan was that I was going to make my own little socks throughout the month, and then I'd have some nice finished Christmas socks for Christmas Eve. A lovely lady who watches my channel, Michelle, she very kindly got in touch with me on Instagram and said that she had a sock Advent by, bless you, Woolens and Nosh that she had bought in 2022. Decided she didn't really like making socks and had never used it. So I offered to pay, and she very kindly gifted it to me, which was such a wonderful, wonderful gift. But as you can see, so this will be the striped Advent sock that I was expecting in my head. And within here, I could look if I wanted. Within here, there are 2 50-gram balls. And you basically just knit until it changes colour. So what I've done today, I've had a very lazy Sunday. I've cast on the first sock and I've cast on the second. I'm only on about row 2 though, so I'm going to finish that tonight. And then I'm going to pretend that it's 2022 and I'm going to knit Michelle's very kind gift of the 2022 Advent sock. So I will then do that throughout the month as well. So hopefully by the end of December, I will have a finished pair of socks. The only decision I need to make, which I didn't get this far last year, is do I carry on doing a tube and then do an afterthought heel, or when I get, say, 10 stripes down, put in a proper heel? I've got quite wide feet and a high instep, so I really need, for the better fit, heel flap and gusset. But to keep the Advent stripe progression, I know an afterthought heel would be best. So, question for any of you sock knitters out there. Have you got any thoughts or comments on an afterthought heel kind of thing for someone with a wide foot and a high instep? So the fit is much better for me on the heel flap. I have made a pair before with a afterthought heel, and over the top of my foot, the fabric pulls. So I think I'm going to need to do a heel flap, which is fine, but it just means that when I get to like day 10 or 11, I have to add in the heel, the flap, pick up the stitches, and then go again. And obviously it will affect the progression of the colours. So I've got like 10, 11 days before I need to worry about that, but I didn't get that far last year. So if any of you've got any thoughts or suggestions for, basically I've got a fat foot, please let me know what I can do to get a perfectly fitting Advent sock. But Michelle, if you're watching, it was such a lovely, lovely gift. And I had this then last year and I wanted to wait until Advent so that I can do it properly. So every day we'll hopefully be showing off today's Advent sock and my Toft clue. And then we'll be opening up the Gemma and the Kitey Advents. And that's going to be our main Advents, really. I'm very excited. This has been quite high energy, I think. I'm feeling like, oh my God, it's Christmas. I've got loads to do. There's loads going on at work. There's loads of things that need to happen around the flat. We've got to get the tree. We've got present. We haven't bought we have bought one present. I can show you off on here because he's not going to watch because he's a dog. I bought Loki a present. This is the first and only Christmas present that we've got. So I need to sort out some Christmas presents as well. Plenty to do, plenty to be going out and about, and there's lots of band stuff on. So hopefully there'll be some Christmas carols, and you can come out to some of the band concerts and things with me. Yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully a shorter video to introduce Vlogmas. I'm going to get up in the morning and I will do my Toft bit. I love December. I'm a morning person. Mark is an evening person. We've made it work, 17 years. But I like to get up early. So in December, I will definitely be up at like 5:30, 5:45.
Sadist.
What? Sadist, I know. I love it. Best time of the day. So I'll be up waiting for my Toft pattern and then I will do that bit. I try and get my daily bits done before I go to work. So when I come home, I can then just do my usual crafting or not, and just do the usual life things that we need to do. But that'll be the plan. So I guess there'll be a video probably Wednesday. So I will do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll post a video Wednesday night, just as a little check-in for the first couple of days. There might not be Wednesdays in. Do you know what I mean? I'll film Monday, Tuesday, edit it, go up Wednesday. I think that'll be my plan. But yeah, also let me know in the comments below, as well as some sock advice, if you have any, please. Let me know what you want to see throughout December. If there's anything that you want to see of Mark and I out and about, we will go out and about and see some Christmas lights and all that kind of stuff. But if there's anything specific you want to see, please let me know. I'm going to end with two, I think, really important and exciting bits of news. But I need a diary. Please, can you bring me... I can get it. Hi. So I think this year we're going to have a Knit 365 Christmas party. So what we'll do is, I'm currently thinking Tuesday the 16th of December, I'm going to host it on Zoom and I will post the details, not in this video, but I will post them because I need to just set the Zoom up. But on Tuesday the 16th of December, we'll do a Christmas party. So bring your Christmas jumpers, your party hats, your project and a drink, and probably 7-ish, 7 till 8, 7 till 9, we'll all get together and we'll just have a thoroughly lovely sit down and chat and knit. And that will be available to everybody. So Tuesday the 16th of December, pencil that in your diary. That will be the Knit 365 Christmas party. And then 2 weeks later, on Tuesday the 30th of December, will be that month's Grizzly Bear membership tier, and we'll have a little bit of a cocktail party pre-New Year. So usually so I have a membership tier on YouTube. If you don't know, I'll pop the details below where you can go and find out a little bit more. There's a monthly craft night that the Grizzly Bear tier all get to come, and we go and hang out on Zoom. That's usually mid-month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the everyone all welcome video mid-month, and then 2 weeks later we'll have the Grizzly Bear, which we'll call like the cocktail party. So if you want to join the membership and you want to come to the cocktail party, the details are below, and that will be Tuesday the 30th of December. So that's the plan. 16th of December, Knit 365 Christmas party. 30th of December, Grizzly Bear cocktail party. I'll pop the dates below, and then the details I'll send out closer to the time. For the members, I also owe you a membership video, which was due last week. It is on my plan to do this week. I was away with work in Chester most of last week, so it's on my plan to do that this week. So I know I owe you folks a video. But if you want to know more about the memberships, check that out below. I think that's everything I had. Advent calendars, Vlogmas. Oh my word, Christmas is coming. Exciting. So thank you very much for joining me to kick off Vlogmas. Oh, how is it the 1st of December already? Let me know your crafting plans below. Let me know whose advents you've got. Let me know what patterns you're making, what plans you've got. Yeah, all of the Christmas things, let me know below. And thank you so much, as always, for being here. Thank you to those of you that are in my membership and for being able to support the channel that way. Thank you to everyone else who's just here and liking and sharing. It helps us to grow this wonderful Knit 365 community. And I always say, as long as you folks keep watching, I'll keep making the videos. And December's my favourite time. I really like Vlogtober because we get to do Mission Knit Along and it's all about the knitting. But I'm quite a Christmas person. I really like Vlogmas. So it's here. Right, happy 1st of December to everyone. I will see you later this week. So until we speak again, happy crafting.